Oh yeah, so yeah, level 1 he was sitting. So they tried invading,
Yeah.
and then they left. So I thought he would just walk away. So I walked up through. This is just being stupid. So I walked up here, and then he had auto E auto, and I didn't E out of it, and I tried trading him,
Mm.
and then I couldn't back in time because the wave's already walking, and also he was walking at me with Trundle, so I had to go out. So I can't back in time to get my HP up.
You kind of have to though, right?
Yeah.
Like since you don't have
Yeah, yeah,
TP,
because it's like, yeah,
you
it's
don't
just
really
like
have a
too easy
choice.
because I just lose lane. But I just thought, okay, well, just gonna use the potion here and pray to God I get a front vital and just RNG the lane.
Ah, well, that's a big mistake, right? Because we're playing
Yeah,
Fiora
no,
and we.
yeah. I mean, I
So
shouldn't have even walked up there, and I shouldn't have walked up there in the first place, anyways. So I
no, it's
just
fine.
kind
It's
of
just the
like,
fact that it was just a lazy recall, right? So we just got to walk over
yeah,
and make sure we get over. We want to make sure, like in the grand scheme of things, if this ever happens, you just need a back, because it's
yeah,
just
just
not
move over
viable
to
to go
one.
into a bad lane like Volibear, because Volibear is not fun to lane against really, and to go into
Mhm.
this lane with half HP, like we're really setting ourselves up for failure, especially with no TP. We're running Ignite, so we want to be aggressive. Like we want to get first blood and we want to fight and take crazy trades. And now the whole reason of us taking Ignite is like not really there. So this makes it
Yeah,
kind of tough. So we'll see. So obviously another thing to look out for too, just like confirming that he's starting top side right.
yeah.
So he comes back and he's missing mana.
Yeah, I saw that.
Obviously,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I knew he started top. Yeah,
So that gives us like more of the opportunity to decide if we want to shove it in or have it come back to us.
yeah, that's why I started. I tried. Well, it's hard to outpush a Volibear early, but I did which my auto the wave before he got here, so I could try to get level 2 first, because I want to push it into him. And then I got the front vital, so then I thought I could try and get back vital Q, space him, and then get front vital and leave. Winning the trade now, bait out his E.
You just killed him there.
Yeah, that's why I just started walking at him, but
No,
I
like
walked
that
away
was a
because
that was a kill.
yeah, I mean I leave there because his minions are on his side and I'm walking through him, so I don't want to overforce that. But yeah, with Ignite I probably could kill him.
So
I
right
just thought
here,
with a trade like that, I just yeah,
you're fully stacked Conqueror, all 12. So you're
yeah,
actually gonna get more healing from the vitals. So and then we keep in mind that it's gonna go from top, right,
yeah, yeah. So it's
back.
gonna go. Yeah, yeah.
So right here, this is just perfect. We're in front of him. We would ignite him right here and just play this little. Let me hold on. That's a big thing that people miss on Fiora is when they can actually like kill. Um, where to go? Here it is. So no matter what happens on this play right here, once we're fully stacked like this is actually played perfectly. You actually waited until the very last millisecond to keep Conquer alive. And so we're fully stacked, and no matter what happens, when we hit that vital on the side,
Mhm, mhm.
so this one,
That one right there, you just
yeah,
walk at him and you ignite
it
because
can
the
only
vital's facing towards me.
it can only go here and here, which he has to go back to the tower. We're looking at
Yeah,
about how much HP does this guy have?
probably like
Literally
175.
170. So we literally just ignite him. We do 70 true damage. We hit one more vital with 96 AD plus the extra 4.5 max HP, which is enough. So you literally ignite him and auto him one time, he dies.
Yeah,
Even if he flashes away, he doesn't have enough space to actually flash away. So that's an opportunity. That was a free kill right there. So just being like aware of like conquer stacks. That was good trades. That was good trades. We just didn't
capitalize.
finish the
Yeah,
kill. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because
Okay.
that was a freebie.
Yeah, I think in my mind I was just thinking about minions and I have prio, so didn't go for it. I'm pretty sure I took W here. And he wants to reset the vital, and I have the wave on me, so I just make him walk all the way back so he loses XP.
No, this is fine right now because he's just losing CS.
Yeah.
As long as we're I mean, we missed the cannon. That kind of sucks, but it's really not that big of a deal. As long as we're stopping him and we know we can see Trundle in the bot lane as well.
Yeah.
Plus, sometimes when you get like this huge lead, like HP wise, like against Volibear, when he uses his like thunderstorm to clear waves, and sometimes it ends up fucking him over, and it ends up shoving the wave back.
Yeah, exactly. And then I can freeze. I pull that minion so he can't freeze under tower.
No, that was actually a good play.
Yeah. So then the wave pushes back to me. I have ignite. I can take you back, or I can walk back. Was a little risky recalling there because he could have just stopped my back and then I wouldn't get a free reset, but I just think he'd go over the wave rather than stopping me.
Why'd you take Cole?
I went Cole here because I think I had like 650 gold, and I just thought that longsword and refill is a lot weaker than just getting Cole, and I have the wave pushing back to me so I can freeze, so I just thought Cole would be really good here if I set up a freeze.
I think Cole is okay, but I think that if you're gonna take, Cole, you want to have TP because we're looking,
TP? Yeah, so
we're
I'm
looking to
TP
really
my
like
yeah, okay,
advance
that makes
our
sense. Okay, that makes
lead.
sense. I
Getting
just thought
the
that Cole would help synergize with the gold lead as well, especially if I get a kill with Ignite, because you're just going to be miles ahead in gold. But yeah, that makes sense.
I think that it's just better with Fiora to get our power spikes early.
Yeah,
Uh,
I should have parried there, but parried that, so I was like, this is a fine trade.
oh my god, that almost scared the fuck out of me. Okay.
And I just Ignite him.
Yeah, there we go. That we used it. So, by the
I
way,
should have used it earlier.
when
Yeah.
you fought him in lane, like I'm pretty sure 180 seconds, 4 minutes, 40. Okay, maybe not. But like Ignite has the lowest cooldown ever.
Yeah, yeah,
That is
like,
a
yeah.
broken. I think that if you
No,
used it
yeah,
earlier too, like I think you would be
I would
2
have
and 0
had
right
it. I
now.
would have it. Yeah, I'd have it back up by now. Cause what if I used it? It's 180 seconds, right? So it's like 3 minutes. If I used it, it would almost be back up. I think it would have been like, it would probably be like like 30 seconds maybe off cooldown. And then I see Trundle here, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize, and I didn't parry his W, and I actually tried trading him. I just take a big trade. I should just W'd his Q immediately and ran away.
So with yeah, we just
I
so
just needed to parry immediately.
when we're taking Ignite, we don't get to have as much fun like when those ganks happen. I get
Yeah.
that what you want to do is like possibly outplay it because we've all done it before on Fiora, right? We get ganked and we just outplay them and then we get a free kill and everything like that, you know.
Yeah.
But when we're
Mhm.
taking Ignite, we have to be really like careful with our HP bar and like
Yeah.
unless so anytime that you see somebody come to your lane, like especially in this situation where you're like have this huge wave that we can't really freeze it because it's too many. The second we see this, it's like, okay, am I gonna kill this guy? Yes or no? If no, then just don't fight him at all. Just walk to the
Yeah, just
tower.
get out. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
if
get
you're
out of
gonna
his queue,
go
out of
for
his
it, then
queue
go
over.
for it. But you're not
Yeah,
gonna win it because
he has
there's
shit.
17 minions here.
And there's like 20. Yeah. He's like, hey, you don't want to die here, because if you die here, I'm behind, technically.
Yeah, so we literally just parry and walk away here. But taking
Yeah,
all this
exactly.
damage sets us up in a really tough spot to like, because we can't back now because of where the
Yeah,
wave
you
is,
can't
and
go
we have to
back.
get this wave all the way back over there with pressure of Trundle on the top side as well. It's kind of
Mhm.
tough.
Yeah, it's not good. Pretty sure I get dove here, but I don't remember. It might have been later.
We could low key look for an all in on 6.
Yeah, I get 6 and I looked all in him, if I remember correctly. And I was pinging because I wasn't 100% sure if Trundle was just trying to re-gank him and he was baiting it because he was playing really weird and he's playing super aggressive. So I kind of like hesitated a little bit because I thought Trundle was still in the bush. So that's why I didn't go in like as soon as possible.
Do you have your ward up? You
Yeah, but I
do.
used it in the bush. I used it in the bush under, or I used one of them in the bush under me to see if I was gonna get the dove.
So you have one up right now. You know you can
Y-
put hit a
Yeah, you
ward
can
over
put the
this.
ward
Yeah.
over with the thing, but I forgot how to do it. It's like you draw like a little X or something on the line on the wall, and it goes over.
I would say like literally just practice it for like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
and then you'll have it down forever. Like it's not the hardest thing ever. It's not like easy, but like once you have it, it's really helpful, and it's only usable in like random situations like this where you're just unsure.
Yeah.
Like this is what it looks like. The triangle kind of fucking trolls it, but like right on the crack of it,
Yeah, it's like you go to there and
right
you go to
here.
the
Actually, I'm
bottom
gonna show
right
you here.
triangle.
Yeah, you just have to stand there, and then it's right here,
Yeah.
and you just draw it down, and it's right
Okay.
there. But that'll
Yeah.
help, like, if you're not
Yeah,
sure if
in the
you're allowed to push out or
situations.
not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I was thinking about that too. I was like, damn, I wish I remembered how to do that ward, because then I could just go in right now. But I didn't remember, so that's why I'm playing so safe. But I get a front vital here, so I'm pretty tempted to walk up and try and get it if he allows me.
Yeah, you're double CS right now. He has to make some bad plays to try to get CS.
Yeah. And I see he used W a lot on the minions, and I was kind of confused why he did that. I was like tempted to freeze that, but it's just too much damage, so I just didn't. Like if I had TP, I'd probably try and freeze that and then TP back, but I had ignite, so I knew he couldn't take that much damage.
Now, how crazy would it be actually to just flash on him when the vital's that close? Like, I think, in all honesty, so he just is going to keep using W and keeping you here forever.
Yeah.
I really think you win this.
Like if
And
I just go on him, like if I just
yeah,
flash on the front vital and just go.
and he does not have the second he uses
But
that W, that's his shield and most of his damage, right? And you're still gonna have your parry up, and all
yeah,
you have to do is hit all four before he has to run all the way over there. And
yeah,
as long as you hit all four, you're gonna heal. And even if you don't get the kill, at least you can push him out of lane and then reset, and we can actually go spend our 1200 because we're just sitting on 1200 and we're up 800 gold on him as well. And like we have a power spike like waiting for us in base, but he just keeps
yeah,
Wing our wave and we can't get out of it. You know.
yeah.
I think when he was like right here, yeah. I think this is
So you just go
actually
with plat.
killable. When we saw the vital towards us and he's this
Mhm.
far away, he's just asking to die. He's so far away from his tower.
Yeah.
I would have gone for it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Right when you saw that, boom.
Yeah, 'cause he's got to
Instant
run all
green
the way
light.
there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because he just uses shield on the back line to try and push.
Yeah, and it
But
does have a pretty big cooldown too.
yeah,
It's
big cooldown. Yeah, so you could just go straight on him
12 seconds on that.
and W's that many.
Yeah, if you can kill him
I
like
mean,
that,
he
then
tries.
you
Yeah,
can
he
kill him when
plays.
he.
Yeah, he plays this really bad. He ults onto me and then insta E's or insta Q's, and then I just try and bait out his shield. I wait, and I go in. He dies.
So realistically, I think after the kill here, I think you actually just sit here and back.
Can
You
I
just
just
back right
recall?
now. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, this is pushing to me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is pushing back to you, but it's
I
also a
thought he had
cannon.
no. Yeah.
Even if he doesn't have TP, even if he doesn't have TP, we just get out because we're sitting on too much gold. We're sitting on
Mhm.
1500. To carry on and keep your lead in a lane means you need to spend your gold. If you sit on 2000 gold and you continue staying in the lane, well then you actually don't have a lead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're looking at yourself and you're 3-0 and you're in lane and you want to fight this guy and then he fucking just beats you somehow and you wonder why. It's because you're sitting on 3000. He actually has more value than you and more items. So if we would have started recalling here, we would have probably got back in 2 seconds. So now, and we would start running the lane and we would have spent our 1500 gold. And then even if he TPs, walks, whatever he wants to do, we're still going to meet right here. And then I'm going to have this massive, massive gold advantage on him. And then once again, I get the lead in the lane.
Yeah.
Also, with you doing this, like with you pushing it like this, he's allowed to save TP. Now, if you keep it here and you keep it frozen here, he doesn't have a
Oh yeah,
choice. Like the
wait, he has to. Yeah,
he has to
TP
TP.
because the wave is so fucked. But
Yeah.
now he can run the lane and he doesn't miss that much. And he still has TP.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes as we go. Sorry. Okay. Whip, Kindle.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna go executioners, but I just thought that since I've ignite up and I'm ahead, that I could just wait and go later, and I just wanted to get my core drink easy.
yeah, don't get executioners. So if you're gonna take ignite, that kind of like when you take ignite, it defeats the purpose of you needing it, right? So
Yeah.
you having ignite is enough healing reduction to be fine, right? Because it's on, only a 3-minute cooldown, and it's not really your job in the first place. Anytime you have to like buy executioners because you're against like a huge like healing side laner who's going to be split pushing on you the entire game, but you don't have ignite, so you'll have TP, and that's when you would buy executioners. Typically, buying executioners is never really like your job as a single target champion. Like realistically, it should be like Jinx, who's going to get runins and like hit a bunch of people, or like anybody who's not single target. Like honestly, your team's kind of like fucked for that. Like Lux could maybe do it, but like it's not, this game isn't really, you don't need it anyways. But what I would say is I actually, believe it or not, I think 2 long swords is better than this. I think just maxing out damage is the best thing to do, especially with a lead, because you deliberate, like Fiora just scales off damage in general. So the more damage we get, the better. So we just stack damage wherever we can get damage, and we just want more and more and more damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
you're already fucking this guy up. We're sitting on 1300. Like this guy has 1000 HP, and you just bought 200. Even without you buying that, you still have more HP than him. And then you could bought 2 long swords and have 166 AD right now. Just insane. Like if he was to make one wrong step with that extra 20 AD, that's just massive. And then the Conquer stacks as well while you're fighting, and then hitting the vitals with the true damage. Like it's crazy because it's just damage is always going to be like main priority when you're building weapons into like their full build basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I was actually really confused here because I didn't see him on the map for so long, so I didn't know what was going on. And then I showed that he's taking Herald, and I just thought like just didn't make sense for him to go to Herald here, so I just like honestly didn't think about it just because of how much he's losing here.
Now this is fine if we don't know where they are. Especially with a shutdown and a lead, it's okay to play this a little bit slower until we see something.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing spree.
I think I'd die here because of it. Yeah, this is where. Wally Bear, he just holds away with a waste parry and then flash, but I just get flashed on and I'm dead.
So I think in this play, we just have to have like some sort of prio, right? In this situation, who do you think you can kill?
Yeah, I could easily kill Volley Bear here, but he has ult and he could just run away, so I should just ult the Trundle.
Ulting Trundle's fine. But the biggest thing that I notice is, so we gotta remember that we have Ignite and use it immediately to stop like any, like even from any healing whatsoever, it's going to stop it. And we just have to pick a target and then go for it if we're gonna go for the 1v2. But we just need to like make our decision as fast as possible. And obviously in the moment it's really easy to say that shit, and then you look back and it's like whatever. Like in all honesty, I don't think that we actually have what we need to like win this 1v2. I would say I would want to back away. I think your best case here is probably going to get a 1-for-1, but it's just like picking whoever the right one is as well. So I think you might have been able to play it with whip here, hit this, and then like whip passive on this guy, and then ignite ult, and then we just follow him with our flash. But that's about as good as it's going to get, right? we would whip passive here, so we would get this vital, get some move speed. We would actually probably want to parry this guy and get him out of our face, and then just
Yeah, stay
flash.
slow and then just flash on the volley bear with
Yeah.
ignite.
But in the grand scheme of things, I really think that it's not worth it anyways. I think it's going to end up being a 1-for-1. Now, if we got a little bit bigger of a lead, then sure. Right? If we have like our gore drinker already or some shit, then like maybe. Because then we get the heals from that. But not the worst thing ever. I think that we should have at least, like if we didn't have any vision at all, I think it would have been better to at least, as we're slow pushing, to just go check this bush. And then we would know there's a control ward in it and then be able to put one of our wards down. I haven't seen us use too many wards yet. So maybe just looking at like a little bit more vision in game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We got the ward now though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So I think there's one of two ways to do this, right? I mean, I guess this is like a patient game, but at the same time, I think that we could do a lot more. Like, so when it comes to like transferring our lead to like other lanes and stuff like that, when we're this ahead, we're either doing one of two things. We're just hard shoving this over and over again and putting it in the tower, and then walking into their jungle, maybe taking like Krugs or trying to gank mid or getting vision here and here and here and even here. Or we're just like last hitting this completely and letting him use his W to clear this and have it shoved back to us so that we can look for an opportunity to kill. But I think just like sitting here last hitting, I just don't like it. I'd rather see this. Let's see what I want to see what happens here. I want to see this we're either trying to set ourselves up and fuck this guy over. Like this is perfect now. Oh well. With a cannon. But we want to keep pushing, and then we could maybe try to go for a play. Because really, if we're going to freeze, that's fine, but it needs to be here in this area. Because he just has too much freedom there. And if we get him stuck in this area right here, and where we have it frozen, then if he steps up and to get CS and he makes a mistake, then we can actually kill him. Now if he steps up here and he makes a mistake, well, it's really not that far of a walk back, and he's probably going to be fine. But if we can get a little bit more space, then it'll be a lot better for us overall. So this is really good. Like this right here, we only need to keep 4. So we would cut it down to 4, and then we would just stand here and try to like piss him off, see if he's going to walk up and take it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to remember how big of a lead we have right now. Like we just killed this guy.
Yeah.
Like we should, yeah. Yeah, okay, we got him now.
Like, yeah, I just like, I just walked up.
I am the storm.
I think he flashes here and I don't kill him, and I'm like, whatever. I still
No,
have
that's fine.
R,
We got his flash out.
and I can still freeze this.
So if your Q reaches, we kill. Like on right here, because now he's got nothing. And if you really wanted to, you could slide parry it.
Mm-hmm.
He should be, yep. Oh. Oh. I really think we...
No, I thought I'd go on that. Maybe not.
Plating will fall soon.
Because I saw that I've ignited up, so I was like, I thought I went there, but yeah, I guess I didn't. So I went back and I just pulled the wave again.
So, doing this here, not worth it, right? So we either need to clear and go spend our 1200 and get our Gore Drinker, and we either need to set it up to freeze on its own, or we need to just hard shove this into the tower.
Yeah, he doesn't have TP, so I should just start pushing already.
Do you keep timestamps on?
Yeah.
So start pinging anytime that he
Yeah,
TPs, because we
yeah,
would, yeah.
And I think part of the problem for this game, at least in general, or like in this game, or just like scenarios like this, I think part of the problem too is like I was queuing up on this game, and I was like, none of this matters. Like once my main account is unbanned or unsuspended, like I'll just go back and play there. Like I'm just like, I don't think I was fully focused during this game, but it definitely was a game that I should have easily carried and setting, but I didn't.
That again. Yep.
Yeah, he goes in on me here, so I just try and kite him. He walks in. I can carry him for sure.
Now we would hard shove here, right?
And after I kill him, then I'm pretty sure I start shoving.
We got 15 seconds, so we take next wave as well. We don't take tower though.
Yeah.
So in these situations where we just saw Trundle bot too, you know that you're allowed to like parry the wave to make it a little bit quicker too.
Yeah, to go speed up, yeah. That's part of this, like, I probably wasn't paying attention, to be honest, fully.
So we really,
I don't know why
we
we can go to the tower here. I have no
yeah,
idea.
we don't need to attack the tower here.
It's like
We got 2,300 gold. Yeah, we should be back because at that point we go spend that 2,300. I bet we could dive this guy.
come back, and then we just push. I don't know why I'm greedy for the tower here, because then he could just trap me in lane and make me lose so much. But,
Now you have no mana, you have no prio, you can't help Nocturne. So imagine if we
and
just
this is part of the problem too. This is where the game gets lost, is that he goes on that because I have nothing. So then Volibear rotates, he leaves Herald, and then they get Herald again. So it's just.
But if you just back after this minion,
Yeah,
then you
literally
meet
probably
Volibear here.
case, and I just win the game because I have so much more damage over them, and I get here before anything else. Yeah. It's just wasting time doing this. Part of the problem is just not paying attention. Just not focusing on the game.
Why didn't you just let it reset?
I don't know. I mean, it's like a silver game. And they try and go in for it. He dies 1v3, they get Herald, and I'm pretty sure my Malphite dies too. They cage, they die. I walk in there. I think I QW this guy. Yeah, he does. Oh wait, no, actually I had no idea when this.
So
I mean, like after that the game should be over, but it isn't. It's funny.
you really, I think that
I get the shutdown on Vygar, I get the double kill, and I get the shutdown on Volibear, but I mean the game's over.
I mean it ends the way you want it to, but Volibear or Vanguard just walking up to you like that, we just kill him. Like now that you have Gore Drinker,
Yeah, I was just waiting for my
Core Drinker, Flash, and Ignite, I really think that you could have actually 1v3'd it there low key. But I mean you end up doing it here anyways.
Yeah. Oh, like going on it sooner.
Yeah, going on it before they get even the rift down or anything. Because like right here I don't really think they have too much to really like play with. Like I think that they're just dead here in the jungle. But I mean it ends up the way you want it to end up. Like we get the kills that we need. And now we have
So end up losing, and part of the problem was me probably just not paying attention. Not playing correctly. I'm not focused. I see Vigar TP here on the left. I'm like trying to bait out his cage. He uses it, so I go again. I know I can't kill him, but he uses his Ever Frost, so I go back. And I'm just waiting again. Pretty sure I'm waiting to see when I get ult up. I was looking to see when I get ult up, and I get it. I was looking to QW through there, but he didn't look up, so I'm like, forget it. I think I leave here.
This guy's just asking to die. He just keeps throwing that cage up.
Yeah, the Vigar just like stays, and he throws the cage again. I'm looking for it. I try and go for it, but I'm just too far.
Oh, you win that.
Yeah,
This
so,
ain't
yeah,
that.
that's fine.
So now we would take this tower.
I can't. I didn't Q because I thought I'd get hit by the cage and I'd still be in turret range, so that's why I just like kind of wiggled around in the cage.
No, that doesn't matter. You got the kill. That's fine.
A summoner has disconnected.
They have no Vigar now.
A summoner has reconnected. Red team's turret
He
has been
left. I didn't even
destroyed.
really. That's so funny. Oh, I thought he. I don't know. Yeah, their Vigar ends up being the reason why they won the game.
So, once again, it's just like, so we're just like pacing back and forth for nothing. Like, so we see Vayne, and that's like huge green light, right? And now we can go and actually get this dragon that's about to come up. So we see Vayne, we ping the Vayne's up here, holy shit. We run through and we run straight to this, and we get Pry. Our team is already fighting. Like, we could be like here right now and ready to set up and like cut them off.
Yeah, that should just be routine. And like, it's just not. It's just me not paying attention. Like they kill the volley bear, Trundle's down there, their bot's here, like, and I'm just like sitting top. Like literally 9 times out of 10, like I'm just running down to drag. I don't know why I'm like recalling here is doing nothing. I don't know. Just makes no sense to recall. I go Ravenous here, second, just because I'm so ahead. But realistically, I should just be going Death Stance. Like 100%. Or even just getting Hex Drinker since they have 3 AP. I should probably just buy the Hex Drinker component and then go Death Stance. I don't know.
You could do either or. I don't really think. Yeah, I don't think you need.
I don't need Hydra.
I don't think you need it, but I don't think it's like bad. Like I think that.
Just don't think it was. I think it.
I think you have a big enough lead that it's okay to get it, but I think that resistances would be better, like Death Dance and
Yeah.
Death Dance and Maul.
Yeah. And I assume that their team's gonna be topside here. I think yeah, I was on a ward. I realized after the sweeper I was like, oh, he doesn't have vision of me here, but I'm on a ward and half my HP gone like that.
So we saw Vigar, we saw Xerath,
Yeah.
and we're going back to the top.
Yeah, I'm just thinking they pushed the wave, so I'll just catch it. My ADC's Watt and Malzahar's mid and hovering.
So we saw Vayne, we saw Xerath, we saw Vigar, we saw Volley. The only person we were missing was Trundle. We had Volley half health mid lane, and we have two ranged, two mages mid lane with Nocturne hovering on Raptors as well with ulti. This is just, we just rotate mid and we would have taken the tower the second that we saw him, right?
Yeah.
And you were already on the way. You were on the way to doing a really good play there. Like if you just keep walking, grab this, and now we'll be like, holy shit, okay, we can go get this real quick. He's got ulti. This is easy dive. Waves coming. You could have even like sat and cut Xerath because you saw Xerath here. You could have even moved down and like sat somewhere in this area, like just to cut him off or zone and stand like here and make him take the long way around, which would have exposed Trundle to you as well. You've got Nocturne right here. This guy still has ulti. I mean, this is just like an easy setup to get 2 kills. Just by putting vision on the map and pressure. Us staying in a side lane on our side of the map does nothing. It just allows the enemy team to continue scaling. And if we're gonna commit this hard to the split, we should already have blue wards so we can see. So we're recalling, but we see 3, and we know volley backed.
Yeah, so I just need to keep on pushing if I'm like committed to doing this. And then just not paying attention. And like just in this I would need literally just like I need to already be pushing, but I probably should just be running back. I walk down there and I go, it's literally 3 kills for me probably.
Executed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Red team's turret has been destroyed.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah. So we got the tower, which is fine. I mean, it was a really delayed reaction to go for it, and we get the tower, which is fine. But then when we get, so we see Vayne's up, right? And when Vayne comes back,
Yeah.
because we don't see her on the map anymore, so we know she's recalling. So we know that Vayne's gonna walk right towards us, right? Because she's got nothing else to do. And then we know that Vygar's up in 5 seconds. Unless we think that we can actually 1v2 Vygar and Vayne underneath the tower, then we're wasting time here when we could be
Yeah,
moving
I need
backwards.
to just go back, look to see if like Craig's or something is up, or just recall and stay on the map. Yeah, just not paying attention or going bot, flanking this guy and giving up a free tier 2 to them just by sticking around top, doing nothing.
So Volley's still mid. We could definitely
Yeah,
rotate
go
towards
mid,
mid and
go
get him.
kill him, but
Or we could get the Scuttle if he runs away and get Vision for Baron.
yeah, but instead I Q into a bush. I hit B and I alt tab. And then this is where I lost the game because I go Phage instead of just building Maul straight up. And I forced myself to go Hull Breaker for literally no reason. There's no reason for me to go Hull Breaker knowing this fight's just stupid. Waste berry. I go back into Vayne without parry, without ult. Can't even kill her, and then I try and go back here when the whole team is rotating. No parry. Like honestly, after I get the kill on Trundle, I just need to get out or something, or go back to help them.
Nah, it's just target selection's bad. So we just didn't ignite early again. We have to ignite right when the fight starts to stop healing, because we probably would have killed him before he got over there, because he's healing 52, 215, 149, 183. So if we ignited earlier, and now he healed for 30 after you ignited. So he healed for about 700 HP because we didn't ignite soon enough, so we would have killed him a lot earlier. Malzahar gets on Vayne. We kill Vayne in 2 auto attacks, then we can refocus back on the volley bear. But we actually stutter step, so we just kind of like, our prio for the fights are just bad. So we go in, we need to ignite him. We would have killed him on the next one. And then we can start looking at her, because she's going to be the next highest damage target, right? So she's the next one for us. And then right here, we actually like posture towards volley, but if we would just take the route straight to her, we can Q onto her in 2 seconds and easily get this kill. Yep.
Get on the back vital instead, so I can kill him in front before she ran away. But because of it, I can't reach her. It doesn't get away, so. And I tried jumping onto him into a full shield. His E, and died of Viper. We all died here, Viper gets shut down, and gets another kill.
That was just, we just gotta be aware of like who's doing the most damage, right? Like who our target prios are, people that we need to take out of the game.
Yep. And honestly, this happens a lot, and this is like part of the reason why I don't have like a second account. Like I usually never play on a different account. Like how you were saying before, like if you're having a bad day on one account, it's like just go on another one and play. And this is part of the problem is because I will go on like a lower like elo account because this one's pretty low, and I just straight up won't. Like I won't pay attention. Like this game, like I'll just autopilot and I'll play, and I just like won't care. And then we end
Yeah.
up losing, and it's literally because of me. So that's just like how it goes, and that's just kind of like tilting. Cause like after the game, I'm like, cause I knew I could have carried, and I knew we should have won this game, but I'm just literally just not paying attention at all, and not really focusing. So.
So on this one, obviously, we don't have TP. We can't walk top. If we're scared about this game and we know that we're down in gold, then at least we know that we have 2 dragons. We can play for Dragon Soul as like our win con basically. So seeing Volibear up there is huge for us because now we know that we can walk straight to the dragon and actually help them get prio for it since the dragon's up. And like literally, where is the thing at? No. Why do I not see it?
In like 26 seconds.
Shut down.
20 seconds. Someone pinged it in the chat. I pulled it.
Oh yeah. So we should have just instantly walked
Yeah, I should've walked here.
walked the dragon out of lane. So we're not really gonna get anything out of this.
We just lose dragon because of it, and I'm pretty sure they fight too, and we lose.
Yep.
Yeah, because they start doing dragon. He TP's in. They all die. He gets a triple kill. He gets the dragon. He scales, and then I get nothing out of this because he literally just recalls, goes top, clears the wave, and it's just pointless. I'm wasting my time here. So now Vigar has triple items. He's scaling. He has his passive, and I can't win the game. And then I'm going for Hull Breaker. I go bot when Baron's up. They all die. They get Baron for free, and I'm just pushing bot for no reason. The game's pretty much over after this.
Has been destroyed.
So I mean, you're saying everything right, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I literally, I knew exactly what I did wrong, and I knew why I lost.
Oh. Then why'd you want to watch this game?
Well, it's like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, because like, in the moment, like I was telling myself like, oh, I mean, oh, the team is just bad, like it's not completely my fault, but, I don't know, I probably didn't even have to flash that, I don't know why it did, just wasted flash. Just kill him. Just thought I'd just win this, but.
You do
I
win
didn't wanna
that. Well, you won
yeah, I
it
don't-
before, but you didn't want to commit for some
Yeah.
reason. So I mean, you won.
Go
Like
in.
this whole fight is just over. Like you didn't even have to flash it. Actually, he just
Yeah, I
dies.
know, yeah, I don't need to flash the R. He's just straight up dead. I'm like fighting for no reason. Just fight him.
We're
4
max
items,
conquer stacks. We just sit here and just literally fight him. Guy just died. Look how much
so-
HP you're taking every vital.
Yeah, I don't know. Decent flash. Like I'm kiting away. Just go walk at him. Front vital here. Auto. I don't know why I'm queuing. Just auto and then Q behind him. I see the Vayne. I probably just get spooked. But I hit my W on Vayne and Malzahar's ult, so just go on her. But Malzahar comes up and kills them both. And then here Vigar's up. And Xerath is alive. I waste W to try and kill him, and then I die because of it. Well, yeah, I think I die. Yeah, he flash W's me. Can't waste my W just to get on the Vigar with his Zonias when he can just chain CC me. So, ego.
So why don't you just talk to yourself like this when you're playing?
I don't know, because when I think it's just like it's literally just me like playing on this account. It's just like I just wasn't thinking.
So you play like that on this account, and then put yourself in bad habits, and then go play on the main, and then get tilted
then
because
play
you're
like-
playing like this on the main account, and then it's a never-ending cycle, right?
Yeah, it just never goes anywhere good. Yeah. It's like I know everything I'm doing right now is just bad. I go Hull Breaker. I'm tilted, I fight this, because, you know, we don't see anybody else on the map, so let's fight 1v3 top. even
We're
know if they
still.
fighting. And then they get Baron and Elder, and then they end the game, I think. Or they just get Soul.
Well, I don't think we need to watch anymore. I think we should just go to the live game because we already know that if you're, this is just like complete autopilot. We're just not anywhere we need to be. You know,
It's like, yeah.
I mean, like
I'd wait
these.
since
This would
should-
be like, this is like a decision that is like if you're splitting here and we still have our whole team alive and we just want to give up Baron, then sure. Like this is fine because you know where all 5 are.
Yeah. And they go in, I think. Or, I don't know. Well,
Like-
because okay, this play was really confusing for me because we see 2 of them chasing Malzahar, right? And my whole team is topside, so like I don't really understand why they didn't just go on them. But you know, the other time it's silver, so that's why I wasn't too bothered by it. And I was like, whatever, it's whatever. I overstay here. I'm queuing for towers and greeting it, so now I die because he's full AP and I'm trying to kill him. Waste parry, get chain CC, and die.
So I'm gonna
I
get
appreciate
started
it. Thank you.
on my grind. I hope you have a wonderful night, man. It's been a pleasure. If you have any questions, please reach out and let me know, okay?
Sounds good. Thank
All
you.
right, Ash. Have a good one, buddy.